Joining us on the newsroom, these are the latest updates. At this time, more than 2 persons have died in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital, over a squabble that allegedly began when a passenger paid a tricycle operator 100 naira while the tricyclist demanded 150 naira fee. The squabble ensued and led to the tricyclist stabbing the passenger, leading to his death. A mob at the Yenizwe Epe area of Yenagoa, where the squabble ensued, subsequently stoned the tricyclist to death. The incident triggered an outburst of violence between the Hausa community in Yenagoa and the inhabitants of Yenizwe Epe. As a result of the clashes, the governor of Bayelsa State, Doye Diri, has called for a meeting between the Hausa community and the leaders of Yenizwe Epe. The federal government has disclosed the plans are already underway to see to the evacuation of Nigerians in Sudan as the country's crisis continues to deepen. This move was occasioned by a request made by Nigerian students pleading that they be evacuated from the currently troubled Sudan. The country is witnessing hostilities between 2 generals who seized power in a 2021 coup. In response to the request made by the Nigerian students, the federal government, through the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission (NIDCAM), says meetings are being held as to how best to handle the evacuation process. And the federal government has declared Friday the 21st and Monday the 24th as public holidays for Muslims in the country to celebrate the end of Ramadan fasting. In a statement, the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, who made the announcement on behalf of the federal government, wished the Muslim faithful a happy celebration and asked them to imbibe the virtues of kindness, love, tolerance and sacrifice, adding that the deep spiritual consciousness of the fasting period should not end but be maintained. And the death of a psychologist after his Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 jab was due to unintended complications of the vaccine, an inquest has ruled. Stephen Wright, an NHS employee in southeast London, died 10 days after his first dose in January 2021, senior coroner Andrew Harris has found. Wright suffered a blood clot to his brain after receiving the vaccine, and his wife Charlotte is pursuing legal action against the pharmaceutical company along with dozens of other people. In business, the Debt Management Office has debunked claims that Nigeria defaulted in loan repayment to China. In a statement, the DMO said it was quoted by a media reporter saying that the country failed to fully service its debt to China, which had accumulated to 110.3 billion naira in the last 2 years. However, the agency denied the assertions, describing them as false, and advised citizens to ignore the report. On the global scene, the Egyptian army has confirmed the return of most of its soldiers held by Sudan's Rapid Support Forces as the paramilitary group battles the Sudanese army for a 6th day. In a statement, Egypt's military spokesman said 3 Egyptian military transport aircraft landed at an airbase in Sudan to evacuate the troops, and they were safe and in good health. He added that the evacuation had taken place under comprehensive security and the 3 flights had landed at an Egyptian military base in Cairo. And in sport, reigning Nigerian League champions Rivers United will be up against 2-time CAF Champions League winners Eyimba FC of Oba in what is indisputably the star match of round 64 of this year's Federation Cup competition. Both teams are Nigeria's only remaining flag bearers in African club competitions this year. The Pride of Rivers host Tanzania's Young Africans and the first leg of the CAF Confederation Cup fixture in Uyo on Sunday, and will then have the clash with Eyimba FC as a vintage preparatory match for the return leg in Dar es Salaam. That's the latest from the newsroom. Join us again at the top of the hour for more updates. Thank you for watching.